Jim Hudson Automotive Group. Get a full 10-day forecast from the WIS 10 First Alert Weather Team, so you'll always know what's coming. Sponsored by Jim Hudson Automotive Group.
If you're planning to visit Riverbanks Zoo and Garden anytime soon, make sure to bring your cell phone and your old cell phone. I spoke with a gorilla and small mammal keeper at the zoo who shared with me how a mineral in small electronic devices is contributing to gorilla habitats being destroyed. But Riverbanks created an initiative to help fight that problem, and they're asking for your help. What do cell phones and gorillas have in common? Unfortunately, it's more than you may think. It might sound like an unlikely duo, but small electronic devices like cell phones, iPads, and laptops contain the mineral coltan.
It's mostly used to keep electronics from overheating, so it is very prevalent in our daily lives.
Coltan is mined in Central Africa, which is prime to many gorilla habitats. In recent years, as more electronic devices are being made, more of the gorilla habitats in the rainforests are being destroyed. Jane Salamini, a gorilla and small mammal keeper at Riverbanks Zoo and Garden, says it's important to educate people about an issue that many may not even be aware of.
Gorillas are critically endangered, so although we are taking initiatives to save their habitat and help their numbers, they are still declining.
Riverbanks Zoo and Garden is helping fight this problem with their initiative called Gorillas on the Line, and they're asking the community to take part.
Gorillas on the Line is an initiative to have guests return their old cell phones and small electronics to the zoo, where we can take them and recycle the coltan and reuse it so that we can help save the gorilla's natural habitat.
There are currently 7 gorillas living at Riverbanks, each with their own unique personality. And Salamini says they serve as ambassadors for gorillas in the wild. People can visit the zoo and learn more about these primates and how our lives in South Carolina have an impact on gorillas in an entirely different part of the world.
I want people to be as excited about gorillas as I am, so I love when they get to see them and notice little things that they do that they can relate to themselves, and excited about saving them in the wild too.
So next time you visit the animals at Riverbanks Zoo and Garden, consider donating your old cell phone that's sitting in the back of your junk drawer. That small act can help fight a big problem, and we can continue to see these beautiful creatures for years to come. And there are drop boxes that you can donate your small electronic devices at the gorilla exhibit and throughout the zoo. Just a way to give back. We don't normally think about how our lives here affect those literally across the world in Central Africa.
No, and that's going to be something to the point of when you're really trying to dig deep in these types of stories, and you did a fantastic job on it, by the way. Thinking about that type of conservation effort, which they do a fantastic job at with Riverbanks. You know, when you're in a local sense, you think of, you know, maybe a simple sense of helping at a shelter or, you know, stray cats and dogs, but there's so much you could do, and you could even help in different parts of the world. And I do appreciate you thinking of just, again, this type of outside-the-box way. It is fascinating stuff, and I love it.
Well, thank you, Tony. So for those heading out to the zoo, maybe in the next week or so, what is the weather that we're going to have? Cold this weekend.
It is going to be very cold, Hannah. You know, luckily